Every job seeker knows the feeling where you're lost into the ocean of applicants the second a job goes live. You spend time tailoring your resume, writing an amazing cover letter, maybe even reaching out to the hiring manager, and before you can blink, you get a rejection. And you probably see some LinkedIn gurus, such as myself, saying reach out to the hiring manager to stand out. But that seems like a joke itself, because the posts with the hiring managers are the one that get flooded as fast as possible, or the hiring managers posting the post saying, comment below if you're interested in my job, is flooded with comments saying, I'm interested. My name is Lukas Arellano, and I was able to stand out against the hundreds of applicants without going to college or having experience by leveraging these methods to identify the hidden hiring managers. So by the end of the video, you're gonna have these 3 methods that are updated since my last video that nobody else is leveraging, so you can stand out and land your dream job in tech sales. So I'm gonna do a sick transition, and I will see you again. I told you that'd be cool. The first of the 3 methods is the most accurate source of information when trying to find the right hiring manager, and the easiest to find if you do it the right way. So what we're gonna do for this is find a recently hired BDR, not any BDR, ideally in the location of the team that you applied for, that posted an appreciation post shouting out the hiring manager. And if they didn't, check the comments, because oftentimes the hiring manager will say, welcome to the team. Okay, so the way that we do that is come over to Apollo.io. If you don't pay for it, I highly recommend you do. And once you find the job you want to apply for, go over to their company page on Apollo.io. So we're going to use Common Room for an example here. Then come over to Employees, hit Show Filters, and scroll down to Signals. We have to make one tweak here because we don't want to see just the last 3 months. You want to see the last 6 months, the BDRs that have been here for the last 6 months. So if we hit New Role, and then we hit View, the signal will pull up. Signal name, new role, signal group, blah, blah, blah. Time and current position, max. I already changed mine to 6 months, but the default is 3 months. So the way to change this is come down to Manage Signals, find the new role signal on the bottom, and change it to Edit Filters, time and current role, max 6 months, okay? And you can make this go a little further back if you can't find anybody, but 6 months should be just fine. Okay, now once we have the signal in place, go back to the company's page, hit Show Filters, and make sure that we have the signal, new role, applied. Now this is gonna show us everybody here that has been here for the past 6 months, or that got hired within 6 months ago. Next, we have to filter to try and find the BDRs. Now, Apollo's filters aren't always 100% accurate. So if you can start broad, if it's a smaller company, that's best. But if it's a huge company, you're gonna have to be very specific with these filters. So we're gonna start under departments and job function, come down to sales, and just click sales. If it's a bigger company, you can do business development and or just sales in general. But for now, since Common Room's a pretty small company, I'm just gonna hit sales. And let's see how many people it filtered down. We have 27. That's actually pretty damn good. To take this a step further, we can do management level. All BDRs are going to be either senior or entry level, right? It's rare Apollo will mistake a BDR for a manager, but it happens. But I'm going to start with entry, and let's go from here and see what we find, okay? So sales development leader, that might be the hiring manager themselves, but I'm going to save that for later. We're focusing on method number 1, which is the most accurate. How can we know that we know we have the right hiring manager? Okay, I'm opening up Charles's account because he is a sales development representative that has been there for 6 months. Once I have the Apollo account open, what I can do from here is open up his LinkedIn profile by clicking this business briefcase. Now once this loads, what we're gonna do is scroll down to see how long he's been here. 2 months ago. This makes our life easy. When we go to his post, we just have to scroll down until the timestamp says 2 months. Looks like I have the post right here that we're looking for, but to go through the motions with you, once it loads, we're scrolling down. And here is his celebration post. Let's see if he calls out the person that interviewed him. Florin is the guy. If you want to take this a step further, go to the comments to see if we can find somebody above Florin that was, or below Florin that was also in the interview process that could potentially champion us to suggest that we get the interview with Florin as we do our outreach to Florin. So scroll down here. Let's see. We're looking for welcome to the team, or that was a great interview. Let's see. So anyways, I didn't strike gold here, but that is a method you could use. So looking at the SDR's page to look for a celebration post, to look for the hiring manager in the post or in the comments is method number 1. Now, before I go on to method 2 and 3, if you don't know how to reach out to these hiring managers, or you're new to this whole tech sales thing and you don't know how to cold call somebody or write a good email or even elaborate what the hell it takes to succeed on the job, check the community below. I have a free guide in there that hundreds of people have used to leverage to land their first interviews with tech sales and eventually their job. It has like 450 plus people, I believe, a ton of bonus resources, and everything you need to get through interviews. So I'll see you in the link below. The second method is going to be looking at their people tab on LinkedIn. And we're going to be leveraging this to go down to the location of the office we're in, or if it's a remote role, just leave it across the United States. And we're going to use this search bar right here. What this search bar does is it scrapes their most recent posts, so words in their most recent posts, and their headlines on their LinkedIn profile. So if we just look up hiring, if anybody has "we're hiring" in their headline, which happens, then it's going to pop up here, which nobody does. Or if they posted something saying "we're hiring," it will show us. So let's see. Hiring. Unfortunately, this isn't for the job that we're looking for, but what you're looking for is for a hiring manager saying "we are hiring," okay? Now, if you can't find anyone there, don't worry, there's still another method, and there's one more thing that we should do here. Before counting this method out, just scroll through really quick for people like this that have a hiring badge on their face. It would be a purple hiring badge. What this will do, if the hiring manager posted the job, then this banner will show up on their profile. Now, we're not looking for the head of enterprise roles, so this guy likely isn't the person. And if it's a really big company, like I said, don't spend too much time here. Just scroll through really quick. And last but not least, method number 3. I'm gonna go ahead and undo all of these filters that I had on here already. And what we're looking for is the hiring manager directly. So an SDR manager, business development manager, SDR leader, BDR leader. And the way we do that is the exact same way we did before. If it's a bigger company, we're filtering down to the location of the office we're looking for. If it's a remote role, just leave this in the United States. Then we're going down to job titles, or go up, I guess. And departments, come down to sales. Management level, and we're going to start at manager. If we can't find somebody that is a sales manager according to Apollo at common room, then we're going to keep going up to director, VP, or head and VP until we find somebody on the right side of things. I'm not going to reach out to a CSM, a customer success manager. I'm not going to reach out to a RevOps manager. So unfortunately, I can't find the right people here, which sucks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move up one more. Enterprise sales director. If I'm applying to an enterprise job, maybe this is a guy I'm going to reach out to. But it doesn't look like it, so I'm going to keep going up. Head of sales growth. If I were you and I haven't found the hiring manager through the BDR's post or through the people tab, I would be reaching out to Levi. There's also a slight chance that the hiring manager could be in Canada and not United States, depending on the company. So you might want to undo the location, especially if it's a smaller company. Florin, the guy that we found in the first place, head of sales development, is in Canada apparently, and he seems to be the hiring manager for the United States. So yes, not every single one of these is a silver bullet, but by leveraging Apollo IO, you will significantly reduce the time it takes to find the hiring managers and increase the chances of finding the right one. So that was pretty short and simple. The last video I made was actually pretty long, but with the updated filters and what to look for with Apollo, I figured I wanted to make this video again. If you found this helpful, click the link in the description because it will bring you to a guide with tons of stuff like I just showed you, and hopefully we get a chance to talk. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next Saturday.